can hear him. He's making my coffee.
That's the shutters banging in the wind.
This or that last rock slide brought more of it up. Oh, there's not enough time. It'll be gone. I'll be gone. Into the earth under all that clay.
And then the good Lord will lift you up and fly you to his bosom.
No, all that earth and rock pressing down on me, turning me to stone. They think I'm mad.
No, they don't.
They do. They always have. Why shouldn't they think it? A woman who thinks and acts like a man who spent her whole life prowling the cliff tops and the beaches in all weathers, when others are all fastened down tight, snug in their own homes.
Nobody thinks you're mad.
The children ran after me in the street. They call me names. They shout at me, Jeanette! They try and trip me up. Jeanette, Jeanette! They throw stones at me.
Oh, calm yourself, Mrs. Anning. I'm Dr. Derryman. It's a vicious day. Wind and rain as I've never met before. Don't know that I care for this place much, and I certainly don't recommend you going about in it.
I don't know you.
Apothecary wasn't in. I saw this gentleman wandering about in the street.
And you don't know me, otherwise you know I'm not a married woman.
Now, I've come over from Exeter, an appalling journey, the cold, the mud. Here, take my hat.
I can't afford a doctor.
She's barely got enough to eat as it is.
Well, I received a letter, a benefactor.
There's been a kindness. Who?
The letter says you are to have every care.
Well, you'll earn your money. She's got horrible sores. Horrible.
Right, let me see them.
Show it me.
What?
The letter. Oh, there's no benefactor.
No, it is in an official hand, and I am familiar with the name. Such charity.
Show it me.
I'm here to examine you. Time is short. Remove the dressings.
I changed the bandages this morning.
Is this all a
I done them
punishment?
up good and tight.
Yes, well, they need changing more often. The suppuration is bursting out.
Well, it's horrible, ain't it? Look, I can't be forever
Is it possible
changing
to be
them.
funny
Once
for
a week
speaking
should be
the
enough.
Once a day is not nearly enough.
We've got no more sheets to tear up. This is the
God,
last I
believe
have
it
to
here.
burn them. They are so soiled. When I can get them off, they stick, see?
Oh, do you
Well,
think
this stuff oozing out,
God's
and then it's
truth?
painful ripping them off, so I leave them as long as I can.
Yes, I
Different
can tell.
to man.
Hush, no! Do not say such things! I will have to beg from the Philpott sisters again to see if they have any old linen or clean rags. Trouble is, they're so poor, even their rags are in rags.
Right, give me your arm.
Oh, don't believe me, doctor. I've little enough blood as it is.
According to the letter, you're to have the best care I can... Scientist. She has no right to use the term.
Doctor, how long do you think? She's hag-rid. I don't know how to deal with it. This wind, the candle gutters so. I've started seeing things in the shadows myself. What if she gets nasty? She has got powerful arms.
Well, I have known women of her sort turn violent. Increase the laudanum to 20 drops. 30, if you must, she'll die in any case. Indulge her fantasies if you must. It may save you in some way.
I observed. I considered. There never were any heads. They weren't snakes at all.
Fetch your master. I wish to discuss these antediluvian finds. I wish to add to my collection.
What, the king of fairyland, you say? Here, have some more of this, 20, 30, as much as you like.
There is no master in this house, Your Highness.
Oh, but there must be a man. Someone to do the work and describe the finds. Is there no Mr. Anning, your husband?
I have no husband, sir. Not now or ever. Never felt the want.
Father?
Dead these long years. God bless his soul.
And brother?
Oh, I do have a brother, sir. Susan, where's Joseph?
Of course you have a brother. He's making that cabinet.
And I do have friends.
You do have friends, Mary. All sorts of friends. Eh? Men and women. And girls. Quarrymen. Well, people who come to visit, they could turn up at any time. Men and women you rights to from around the world, the people of the town, the congregation at the church, eh? And they'll all come running if I call.
But it is my labour and diligence that fills this shop.
So there is a Mary Anning after all. You are not a fiction. I had heard rumours of a woman who knows an uncommon amount about such things. May I pinch you to ascertain whether you're real or not?
No, sir, you may not pinch me.
And you are the one who has procured all these files.
With God's help, sir. Susan, show him the work.
What, the king of... You... It do put a terrible strain on her eyes, your majesty. Terrible. She don't see right at all these days.
I have to clean every tiny little fragment. See? All by the light of a candle. And then, piece by piece, fit it all together until the poor creature looks for all the world like he's sleeping. And then, do you know what happens? Some gentleman like yourself comes along and plucks it up like a plesiosaur plucking up a little muscle. And then offers it as his own work to his noble friends.
You are very rude. I'm surprised anybody buys your wares.
I do beg your pardon, sir. I don't usually say that last part out loud. But it's true all the same. All that work and no recognition, wading in the mud and filth. And do you know why that is? Because I am of the wrong class. Us working folk get looked over as having the same knowledge and understanding as the curs in the street. And because I am a woman.
I shall overlook your rudeness because you are a woman. But also because I believe you have something of value to show me.
Oh, I'll show you something right enough. See these hands and these forearms? Well, not very ladylike, but then I am no lady. Fortune has not cast me in that lot, all leathery and sinewy, like a pair of leather
Give me your arm. Let me see. An interesting specimen. My eye was taken by the big fish there in the window. My man will pay you a reasonable sum for it.
Oh, the big ichthyosaur. 'Tis a big creature. I'll show you the tools that I use. You try wielding that hammer for hours on end, back-breaking work, breaking open the rock in the hope of finding a little treasure inside. Now, so if you wish to buy, you have
My
to pay for all that
valet will
labor.
settle with you whatever you want.
Let me put it this way. See this shawl? Yes. How much would you pay for this shawl if I was the weaver? Now, 5 shillings a yard? Well, some of my fossils are 2 yards long, so that'd be 10 shillings. But the weaver works so snug at home, and he can make it in a matter of days. 6 months with pickaxe and crowbar, hammer and chisel. So, if you're going to buy, yes, £25.
Miss Anning, we do not need to haggle like hucksters and hawkers. But from what you just say, perhaps I should leave it for someone more deserving.
Oh, sir, I do beg your pardon, I talk too much. I sell my wares to anyone who comes in this shop.
Even the King of Saxony.
I only hope to sell a little bit of understanding. At the same
Understanding
time.
of your condition?
No, sir. Why should that bother you or me for that matter? No, understanding the fossils, their meaning, the story they have to tell about the earth that you and I stand upon. Now, if you were to come with me along the beach one day, search amongst the rock piles, thrust your hands into the dark grey...
I take an interest in what you do and what you find, and the stories you tell of this world, our world. But I must marvel at a distance. So, you must do the work, and I must take my enjoyment elsewhere. But I will take the fish, if you allow it.
Is he gone?
Who?
That king or whoever it was.
The King of Saxony. Oh, that was a long time ago. Another age. A deep time ago. Oh, I do have friends, you know. Real friends. Good
Well, I hope
friends.
you're taking me a instant. It's not easy all this bandaging and unbandaging, talking to fairy kings and such like.
I know. I know. And I bless you.
No doubt my reward will be in heaven.
Oh, before. If I can get that last creature out the rock. Oh, if only Henry was here.
Henry Youngman, the fish cutter on the king.
No. Just a friend.
More than a friend, I think.
Oh, a real. A good. But when I was a girl, we met on the beach. We played together as children. We worked together. And we have written ever since. His name is Beach. De la Beach. Henry. Why are you laughing?
You met him on the beach.
Oh.
And his name is Beach.
Henry de la Beach. He is now the Queen Surveyor of Mine.
Sorry, I'm sure. But you do move in some strange company. Such as he wouldn't be here, in Lyme, on a day like this, would he? Give me your hands.
Oh, no more doctoring,
I
please.
want to look at your hands. There's hardship.
Oh, I don't believe...
This isn't magic. It's what's there. I'm using my eyes, like you say. I'm a... What was that word you used? Scientist. As I say, hardship. Loss.
Yes, you know all that. My father, my mother, all my brothers and sisters safe to Joseph. And my little dog, Fred.
Great secrets revealed.
Yes, I hope so. My work, I it so. But you're not telling me anything I can't see for myself.
Great secrets revealed, but also great secrets hidden. There's no Bobby shown here, but your love line is strong.
Oh, there was no time for such things.
Well, I've married 3 times. And buried them all. Except for Isaac, who sailed out one day and never came back. You have to work at it, find the time. It's what we do. There is covering up, and there is uncovering.
Yes, my little dog, Fred, swept away by the rocks behind. There's your covering. And there's your love.
Perhaps. Your number is 4.
What does that mean?
I don't know. 4 things that are important, things come in 4s, something like that.
Oh, yes. My life does go in 4s. The 4 things that have guided me. My religion, my brain, my eyes, and my instincts. The 4 truths I have unearthed. Understanding the difference between things. Understanding how they are buried. Understanding how to find them and dig them up. Understanding freedom.
Freedom.
Standing on a cliff edge. Feeling the waves breaking over the rocks beneath my feet. Now you can leave one more. What was that you said? Hardship, loss, covering and uncovering. Oh, I like that. Oh, and this my my good pieces of fortune. The lightning bolts, the ichthyosaur, and the rock slide. Oh, maybe there's only 3.
Then there is one more to be revealed.
No time for any more. I've had about as much good fortune as I could hope for.
Well,
Now I am gone.
perhaps this Henry will come after all.
No,
To visit.
he will not come.
You can't be so sure.
I'm sure. We disagree.
About your old bits of stone, will be forgot.
Something more serious than that. He sees the whole of creation differently than me.
Well, you can put all that aside. Work at it, eh?
I thought I saw him on the beach.
Not in this weather, you didn't. There's no one out there tonight, not even mad people. Not even dogs. He'll come again when the sun is shining.
Oh. He does not believe as I do. He will not come.
As you say. Here, let me change the dressing.
Thus, the body you once assured, now a terrible piece of language. I'm so tired I can hardly think. And I'm not good. I used to think of my little dog Trey. Swept away in his throat when the horn stumbled on him. I used to consider myself fortunate to escape, but now I'm not so sure. What if my escape was not one of good fortune, but one of ill fortune? When it comes to death, waking you, pain, weakness, you wish you'd never been born, that you've been killed by the lightning bolt, and you never found that first fossil and starved to death as a child.
Tell me that story again, then. I never get tired of hearing it. Tell me that story.
Branch of the great chestnut tree. 3 women are sheltering and one holding me. The lightning struck down on the women who cared. 3 of them dead, but the baby was spared. Baby was spared. Baby was spared. Dead, but the baby was spared. Crack! The hand of God had laid upon him. 3 are dead, and I'm the only one left alive.
Come away from the window, please. It ain't safe. We all know about your deliverance as a Barbie. Someone was looking out for you, sure enough.
That was the first of my great pieces of fortune. The first of 4. It made me what I am. It burned resolution into my soul. Look at those cliffs. In them lies the secrets of the history of the earth. I gotta dig, I gotta count, I gotta find it all out. However long I have left to live, I must spend it at that cliff face. If I'm gonna die, Susan, I'm not gonna die quietly. Get me my coat and my
No!
hat.
This weather, You mustn't go out in this. It will burn more than bloody resolution into your soul. If you do not die from the cold, you'll be swept away by the waves.
You don't understand
No!
me.
I never have, and I've never wanted to. Lie back. Have some of this. It'll settle you.
I don't want any more. No. I need a clear out.
For what?
The table of curios is empty. The cabinet Joseph is making needs to be filled. The people of the town rely on me. If I do not fill my shelves, the visitors will come to see.
Well, there's plenty more snake stones for live people to sell. They can carve little heads on them easy enough.
To see what I have done.
Please! I'm going to fetch that doctor. He
Oh,
must have
not
stopped
him.
it. No,
Not
you
him.
are in a fever! This is not good! I'm going, but don't you move!
Hello, old fossil.
Henry! I thought... Oh, I'm not your old fossil. Not yet. Where have you been?
Cornwall, having fun. Ah, the granite's there, hard and permanent. Nothing like the liaise here.
I heard something of your doings in Cornwall.
I wanted to get some sketches for my book. It's due out next year, or the year after. Or the year after that. You know how these things are. Time passes.
I won't be there to see it.
Nonsense. I'll bring you a copy personally on Angel's Wings.
Oh, I admire your faith in the miraculous.
Oh, come. You know I don't believe in such things. Too much wonderment in the world to believe in such fancies.
I won't be bothering you to walk with me anymore.
You were never a bother.
Oh, is that to be my epitaph? Mary Annan, she was never a bother.
Well, you were to the rest of them. That Coney Bear and Buckland and that French chappie. Yes, you bothered them all right with your magnificent finds.
No, not really. Things are as they are, not as we should wish them to be. Anyway, I was too busy thinking of earning enough to eat. And eating, that's not such a big thing, is it?
Well, Buckland thought so. Eat anything, that man. They'll never forget you.
Oh, not me. Oh, it's the work I won't remember.
That'll never be forgot.
Oh, you think so? For how long?
Well, you awoke the fossils from where they were slumbering in their beds. Now they're safe and sound in museums where they can be seen by everyone.
Help me with my coat. There's an ichthyosaur. I know it. I can hear it.
You don't have to prove anything to anyone.
Do you know what it is that I fear?
This would be hard on anyone.
Oh, not dying. That's inevitable. That's understood. And where would we be if living creatures didn't die? There'd be no fossils. No. And I'm not afraid of the pain either. It'll all be over soon enough. The poppy water helps. If the money lasts.
If it's money you need.
Oh, Henry, I'm disappointed in you. Oh, how long have we known each other? Since childhood. I know your circumstances, even if you are the Queen Survey or whatever it is you are. I do not beg from you. Besides, I have a benefactor.
Oh. Who?
No. It is not pain or death that frightens me. It is time.
No, none of that in my pockets either. You can borrow my watch if you want.
What I fear I have done is... Who was that Greek lady, the one with the box?
Pandora?
That's it. How does that story go? Tell it to me.
Well, when Prometheus stole fire from heaven, Zeus took vengeance by presenting Pandora to Epimetheus, Prometheus's brother. As a sort of wedding gift, Zeus gave Pandora a beautiful jar, but which he told her she must not open under any circumstance. But he had made her hugely curious. So Pandora, unable to help herself, opened the jar. And all the evil that it contained escaped and spread over the earth.
That is what I fear I have done.
What evil have you brought to the world? Nothing but good, knowledge, understanding.
Bishop Usher.
Bishop Usher, Bishop Tush. You know, by his calculations, this moment is precisely 5,860 years since God put down his hammer and chisel and wiped his hands, if my watch is right. You have shown what a nonsense that is. You have drawn back the veil of religious nonsense and we laugh at it.
But I never intended to speak against the Bible.
I know.
And now the world is almost without beginning and possibly without end. Where in that long age is there a place for God? And if there's no place for him, where is there a place for you and I in that scheme? We have removed order and certainty and let out the evil of chaos. Man and woman shrink down in the face of that immensity of time into mere pinpricks. Smaller and smaller as the world gets.
I see I need to remind you of the remainder of Pandora's story. After having opened the jar and all the evil had gone out to do its mischief, there was one tiny little thing left in the bottom. A tiny pink thing called hope. You see, Zeus had planned the whole thing. Everybody lived happily ever after, with hope.
So, you think, Henry, that God ordained that I find these things and think these thoughts? He willed my insatiable curiosity. He willed that I disprove his very existence. Tell me the truth, Henry. Did God ordain the world as it is, and me in it?
You know I can't.
Did he? Henry? Did he? Well, if you can't, then you get out. Get out! You make fun of your betters at the Geological Society.
Mary.
Get out! Get out, and I shall find out the answer for myself. Oh my God. What have I done? Henry! Henry!
Did I give you a call?
Henry, where did he go?
Who?
Henry.
What, the fish gutter? I know you're Henry Beach.
Still a beach.
Well, there's been nobody here, has there?
He was standing here, right here.
Well, I saw
right
no
there
one on
where
the
you're
path.
standing. Oh, he was. He was here. He was here.
If you say so. Here, have some more of this. The doctor wasn't pleased. He'll come once he's finished his dinner, but he will come.
He had so much to say to him.
To the doctor.
Henry.
Well, you said earlier you'd fallen out.
We have. We have. But I still... Tell me, why was it that I lived and those 3 women died under that tree? Is it written in my hand? Oh, perhaps you think I'm in league with the devil, an old witch. Perhaps you think the devil himself saved me in order to make mischief of everything the Bible
I
says.
think no such thing!
Fetch me those things off the shelf.